Incongruous, written by Anna Bant. Music starts. Exterior clinic evening, 6 p.m. Thursday 12th. Establishing shot of the building, trees are surrounded, the sky is turning from blue to black as the wind gushes. Silence. We hear electricity signals pumping as automatic doors open to the female doctor entering in an asymmetrical tunic. A desperate young man, Kieran, reads a document on a clipboard, sat upright in a hospital bed, scanning the lines with his finger, his eyes noticeably unwell from the lack of sleep.
Sign here. You've agreed to undergo no exposure treatment for 6 hours in our control. Your payment is processing. To confirm, Kieran, this is due to your diagnosis of somnophobia?
Yes. What happens if...
Male doctor appears from the shadows and is a figment of Kieran's imagination, not yet known to the audience. Male doctor is in his 20s, stern face with bald eyes, wearing a blue healthcare V-neck shirt and trousers.
Lay down.
Male doctor appoints female doctor. She does not pay any attention as she cannot see him.
I need 2 10mg balsamic tablets and an intravenous drip. Right. It's 6 p.m. on the Thursday the 12th.
You've got to face your fears, Kieran. The monitoring of this experiment is due to finish at midnight.
Close-up, analogue clock, 6 p.m.
There may be a slight discomfort.
But we're here to help. There may be side effects of headaches, nosebleeds, and amnesia.
Male doctor forcefully attaches the needle into Kieran's hand and forces the tablets down his throat. The female doctor takes clipboard off Kieran and switches this for a touchscreen tablet and a pair of headphones.
This trial you're taking will help others too.
Watch this screen, Kieran, and put these headphones on. Thank you.
The date on the tablet shows it is 6 p.m. on Thursday the 12th. An experimental film plays with subliminal messages including the ideas of death and shadows. This will be about 30 seconds. Kieran unwillingly closes his eyes as the male doctor overpowers him. Interior bedroom day. 6 a.m. Friday the 13th. The morning light seeps through the blinds on a minimalistic modern bedroom. Close-up clock. A digital clock radio changes from 5:59 a.m. to 6 a.m. The alarm goes off and the song Crimson by the Dancing Plague 1518 plays. Super Zoom, Friday. Kieran shuts the alarm off with his hand, waking up shocked.
What the...
Kieran is sweating in the jeans and t-shirt from before, which have collected red stains. The room is a mess filled with clothes on the floor, food packages and shoes. A radio voiceover plays and the events in which happened the night before.
2 men, aged 21, were arrested Thursday evening due to violence in the Clarendon pub, along with a 19-year-old who was detained on suspicion of conspiracy to commit murder. All have been released pending further inquiries, a police spokesman said.
He rushes out of his bed as his nose begins to bleed.
Not again.
Interior bathroom day. He stumbles to the bathroom where he is faced with himself in the cupboard mirror. There is a traditional close-coupled white toilet, basin sink and square shower. His eyes are weak and sullen from the hypnosis video with large bags under his eyes. Looking in the mirror, Kieran grabs the toilet roll frantically and we see blood on his hands. He lifts his hands up to his face when sorting out the pain from his nose. The taps are turned quickly and water bursts out into the sink. Kieran grunts and washes his hands to get rid of the stains. The red water swirls in the white sink. Fade to hypnotic video of dark swirls and continuous melodic music that is harrowing. Cut to interior kitchen day. Close-up fridge. Kieran opens the fridge to find butter, orange juice, jam and tinfoil wrappers. The shelves are bare.
Ugh.
As he closes the fridge, the TV blares with news alerts.
A hospital has admitted liability after a patient was not properly anaesthetised during his operation. The patient wanted to remain anonymous but said he had reoccurring nightmares after feeling his skin being cut during the surgery.
He turns to leave, grabs his coat and heads to the supermarket. Interior supermarket, moments later. Establishing shot of Kieran down the aisle with a metal trolley, already filled with meats, pasta and jarred sauces. The supermarket is brightly lit and the ramblings of customers and checkout machines are vibrating. He reaches out for coffee beans. Kieran hallucinates flashbacks to grabbing the coffee beans. The strip LED light flickers on and off and there is a neon wash of colour to represent the hypnosis. Aircon blows and freezers hum. Kieran is uneasy and shaky. He is stood in the clean version of his t-shirt. A wave of nervous energy, panic, surges through.
Coffee.
Supermarket woman has noticed Kieran unsettled, leaves the cardboard she was unfolding and is stood in front of him. Supermarket woman is in her 40s with hair tied up and polo shirt, black trousers, name badge that reads Sasha.
Yes, can I help?
Kieran freezes.
What are you looking for?
Supermarket woman passes the coffee beans to Kieran as she realises his piercing eyes were staring at the caffeine. This will be quite a distorted image as Kieran hallucinates, turning the supermarket woman's voice into an echo.
There you go.
Supermarket woman turns to leave. Kieran opens the packet, chomping on the coffee beans impatiently. Supermarket woman is slightly shocked at his hunger and the mess left on the floor. Fade 2, back to Kieran's reality. He puts the coffee tub back on the shelf in disbelief.
What did I do last night?
Cut to exterior Kieran's house, midday. A white door closed with a diamond window, number 15. Kieran carries his shopping bags to the door. Kieran hallucinates. He places the bags on the ground. Exterior Kieran's house, night. It flashes to the door being opened with the neon lighting again. Kieran enters with ominous music with shadows layering around him. Interior Kieran's house, continuous. Kieran looks up the stairs and goes to the living room where he finds male doctor sat on the sofa.
What are you doing here?
Why do you think I'm here? You left the clinic. You left your experiment at 10 p.m. I've come to bring you back so you can finish the full treatment.
Close up, analog clock reads 11:58 p.m.
I don't know what you're talking about. I thought I completed it. I have completed it. You've always been a shadow in my life, telling me what to do. You're not helping me. This is all for you. You're killing me.
That's not fair, Kieran.
You should leave. Leave now.
You know I can't do that. I have to get you back. Besides, it's nearly Friday.
Close up, analog clock 11:59 p.m.
You know what that means? You need restraining, or you'll hurt yourself. Come here, you need this.
Male doctor stretches forward to inject Kieran. Kieran grabs needle, pushes the doctor away. A fight scene commences, headlocks, punching and cracking. Kieran's nose is bleeding from the male doctor's punch. Shaking, Kieran holds the needle ready to inject the doctor. His confidence and bravery is low, however a rush of anger overflows in his body and he stabs the male doctor 6 times.
I'm fed up of you taking control of my life. You can't do this again. Just leave me alone.
He leaves the male doctor on the sofa, looking down. Kieran sees blood's on his hands. He has watery eyes. Exterior/interior Kieran's house, continuous. Kieran storms in through the front door, charging to the living room. There is blood smeared on the wall. He finds the male doctor laying on the sofa with his back to Kieran. Kieran rushes over, puts his hand on the doctor's shoulder and turns him over to find his eyes rolled back, a bloody nose and stab wounds to the chest. The male doctor's face is no longer the same image, but Kieran's face instead. Kieran is shocked, frightens himself. He wakes up in the clinic as the fear of death is what keeps him awake. Interior clinic, midnight. A bright white light shines through. The female doctor is looking over his bed, point of view from Kieran as his eyes open. Out of breath, he sits up in the hospital bed.
Kieran, are you alright? Did you face your fears? Did you kill your demon?
I've done it. I think it's worked. He died. I killed him. The doctor. The one that was here before.
Female doctor looks slightly confused in her facial expressions by raising an eyebrow.
Ah, right. I'm happy you've managed to free yourself. Now it's little steps, Kieran. You have to be careful. This will only help with your sleep. We found the root cause being your fear of dying. At least your nightmares will be less taunting. And what did you mean by the doctor?
The doctor that was in here before. The male doctor. He put the needle in my hand and the tablets down my throat before you passed me the video.
Realisation covers Kieran's face as he looks at his hand and finds no drip or needle around.
There wasn't another doctor in here. You must have really stared death in the face.
Cut to the neon lights flicker in Kieran's eyes, a fade to the male doctor's dead face, then back to Kieran's closed eyes as if he has finally made peace with being able to fall asleep. Blackout. The end.